Well, yo, it's Pep Talk UK, it's Frankie B, repping the Pep Talk boys. Now remember to like, share, comment and subscribe to Pep Talk UK. Now I'm joined by a young man, hell of a fighter. The man they call the Big Cheese from Bermondsey. How you doing, Ted?
What's happening, mate? Yeah, I'm all good, mate. You?
I'm doing well. I'm just really buzzing for this fight. I've just witnessed a press conference where it got a bit spicy.
Yeah, it's all part of it, but none of this means nothing anyway until Saturday night when we're both in that square ring together. That's the only time it matters.
A lot of people in boxing have given you full credit for beating the man himself, Carson Jones. Yeah. Excellent win. I was there that night. I thought you boxed excellently. Yeah. And Carson Jones is a really feared opponent in boxing. And since then, now you're taking on a different type of fighter, an Asinia Byfield. I mean, what can you expect from Asinia Byfield?
For a couple of rounds, he's going to try and spoil the fight, be awkward, be messy. Once I start nailing him down, it's only going to be a certain amount of time. He won't be able to run and be messy forever.
And in terms of your boxing career so far, I mean, how would you assess this fight in comparison to the rest of the fights that you've had in your career so far? Is it
on paper, Asinia Byfield's record's good. He's done well, so you can only tell until you get in the ring with someone. But by watching him and by looking at his record and stuff, I just know I'm levels above him. You know what I mean? But we'll soon see what he comes and brings to the table Saturday. But I'm fully confident to get him out there before the 12 rounds.
I mean, some would say this fight was actually made on social media itself. I mean, how did this fight come about?
I was offered an eliminator. If you see on a couple of interviews, he's saying stuff about Ted pulled out of an eliminator. Ted did pull out of an eliminator because it was made for the British. We thought the fight was for the British title. So I was written a contract for a lot more money than what I was getting for eliminator. So once it got put down to eliminator, the fight weren't worth it. Do you get what I mean? So we went a different route and fought Carson Jones, who on paper is a better fighter than James Metcalf. Do you get what I mean? So it ain't that I'm worried about the fighter. So I wouldn't be worried at all, do you know what I mean, about the fighter. Otherwise I wouldn't take these fights. Do you get what I mean? If you look at my record from my 7th fight, they've all been fighters with winning records and English other English fighters, and obviously Carson was American. But I don't go on about all this. I'll show my level, how good I am when I get in the ring, and that's why I've dealt with all these opponents. On paper, he's a similar opponent to Paulie Upton. He's beat Sam Ness, who was an untested prospect. You know what I mean? And I can go through box rec with you today, and we can sit there and pick out 10, 15 fighters in your weight who's 10-0 or 15-0 who fought nobody. Which when Paulie Upton come to fight and he'd fought nobody, I showed you what I had to deal with him. Do you know what I mean? He never dealt with Sam Ness that way. The fight was getting controlled. Sam Ness showed once it got hard, he ain't ready to grit his teeth. He weren't really in there. He never knocked him out. He got beat on his feet. He weren't really throwing back. You know what I mean? That's why it was stopped. But he don't realise he's in with a different animal on Saturday. But we'll soon see.
Do you feel like a bit of spice before the fight helps to motivate you, make you nice and angry, so that you take your opponent out?
Yeah, of course, because when you're training and stuff,
you need motivation, right?
Yeah, it's in your head and you think, I cannot let him beat me. There's no way I can let him beat me. And it helps you push on and push harder. And when it gets a bit tough, and if you're fighting someone easier, obviously you never really want to thingy, but instead of being in cruise sometimes, you go flat out, you know what I mean, and you empty the tank.
So moving forward, should the fight now be successful, talk a bit of sparring online between you and Anthony Fowler. What's the story behind that?
There weren't nothing bad that I said. I think Anthony Fowler took it the wrong way, you know what I mean? Whether I care, I don't really care what way he took it, but the simple fact was I put out there that once I win Saturday, I'm happy to give him the first offence of my British. Instead of saying, to be honest, mate, my manager don't want me to go that route. I want these 2 fights before I fight you. He's walked his way into where now he's going to look silly if he don't take the fight, because he said, you're terrible, you ain't done this as an amateur, you ain't done this as a pro. Watch when you feel this shot on your chin. Well, if this is all true, then why don't you take the fight then? let's get negotiating. Once I win Saturday, if that's what you really do think, let's get negotiating. But it's all what people do. When you take the bait, do you know what I mean? There's a lot of bait you can take, and it's like he took the bait so quick and he bit. Instead of being clever about it, he bit, and now, really and truly, he's going to look silly if he don't take the fight.
The good thing about a possible fight between you and Anthony Fowler, you two both really live the life. You're always in the gym, you guys stay fit, and if that fight happens, it's going to be a hell of a fight, definitely.
Yeah, I think no matter what, whatever fight I'm in, it's always going to be a good fight. I live the life of this game. I'm serious about this. I'm not in it as a hobby. I want to go the whole way, and so I take everything 100% serious. And whoever I'm in against, I'm going to do my best and train my hardest to beat him.
The Big Cheese, Ted Cheeseman. We'd like to wish him all the best of luck. Pep Talk UK, the Big Cheese.
Cheers, thanks.